after getting my hands on with Samsung's 3 brand new foldables a little bit early, I have to admit, on one hand, I'm super excited for this new form factor and the potential that it has, but on the other hand, I'm a little bit disappointed with the other two. Let me explain. I'm going to just get the Galaxy Z Flip 8 out of the way. Yes, this version is improved, and if you like this form factor, then this is the best version of it. In fact, this is the thinnest Galaxy Z Flip at only 6.1 millimeters, and at 180 grams, it feels really good in the hand as usual. Of course, it gets faster, and the software is improved, and you do get a flagship level 50 megapixel camera along with the ultra wide. But if you already have a Galaxy Z Flip 7, then I don't see a compelling reason to upgrade. So what I'm going to do is focus most on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra and break these down and compare them so you'll know which one to buy at launch. If you feel like supporting the channel, then hit the links down below so you can check promotions and current trade-in prices, because that's where it's going to make sense. So like everything else in this world, the prices are going up. So this year it's going to be a little different. Technically, this Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra should be the successor to the Galaxy Z Fold 7, and in reality it is. The form factor and screen sizes remain the same, so if you're a fan of this candy bar foldable style, then this is the one that you want to get. And it does have some significant changes that may make this worth an upgrade. First are the edges. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is equally as thin, but is very squared off, and sometimes it makes it a little harder to open since it doesn't have the best grip. But the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra has these subtle beveled edges, and it really makes it easier to open, which I think is a big deal for everyday use. But if you're going to be using a case, I guess it doesn't matter at all, so let me know if this will make a difference to you or not. The biggest change is the improvement in the crease. This year they've added a titanium alloy film on top of the already rigid titanium plate to make it more durable, and while the crease is still there, if you look hard enough for it, you can see it. It is a big improvement, so kudos to Samsung on this. Possibly even the bigger difference is the addition of the anti-reflective coating on the inner display. You can see them here side by side on how much of a difference that actually makes. This is night and day. And the new Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra is brighter at 3000 nits peak brightness, so the display experience overall is going to be better than the Galaxy Z Fold 7. The battery also gets a bump up to 5000 mAh, which is great, with 45 watt wireless charging finally. And it also gets 20 watt wireless charging, so you can see why it's getting that Ultra moniker. Plus, it's also powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, so everything looks great here. But I do have one issue with Samsung calling this an Ultra device, and that has to do with the cameras. The main 200 megapixel sensor is flagship, which I appreciate, and we get a brand new 50 megapixel ultra wide this year, which also falls in line with the Ultra name, but the 3x telephoto is 10 megapixels. And I totally understand that the foldable and the Galaxy S series needs to be differentiated, but if you're going to give it the Ultra name, then we're going to need a ultra level zoom camera as well. So let me know what you think about that. But don't worry, I'll definitely put these to the test and do some camera comparisons. So let me know which phone that you might want to see it compared to first. I think naturally it should be the Galaxy S26 Ultra. What do you think? Maybe I'm nitpicking here. Now, this phone here is undoubtedly the most exciting out of the three, and this is the Galaxy Z Fold 8. This is that rumored wide version, but it's just called the Galaxy Z Fold 8. And this is the one with the neat form factor. The size feels almost like a passport in your hands, and it just feels so different and fresh. Now, let's be real, this is not the first time that we've seen this form factor. Remember the OG Google Pixel Fold and the Oppo N2 Fold? They also had that smaller outer display with a different aspect ratio as well, and those didn't do so well. But foldables are in a totally different state than they were in 2022 and 2023, so let's see how this one does. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the back of the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. You can see just how much shorter that compact form factor is, but it is a lot wider. Here are the screens open so you can see them side by side. When it's in portrait, you get that tighter 3:4 aspect ratio, and I think this makes it feel more paper-like, so books and reading articles looks better in my opinion on the Z Fold 8. When viewing videos in landscape, there's still black bars on the top and bottom, so this is a 4:3 aspect ratio, not 16:9, but the black bars are reduced in comparison to the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. And when viewing social media like Instagram and YouTube Shorts, you get a 10:16 cover aspect ratio, so you still see the bars on the sides. And for some reason, this is not what I expected. I imagined it to be full from corner to corner, so maybe this will change as app adaptation goes on and the software updates happen. The screen also uses that same titanium alloy film, so the crease is minimal, and I have to say the screen looks great. It is a 7.6 inch versus the 8 inch on the Ultra, so it is lighter and smaller, which I think a lot of people will prefer. The cover display is 5.5 inches and it's also 120 Hz like the inner display. It feels really neat in the hand, and with this unique aspect ratio, it definitely feels fresh and new. I even like the way that the camera UI looks like on it, so I can't wait to start using this as a daily driver. I think I'm gonna love it. I honestly thought it was going to take a significant battery size hit because it is a smaller device, but it does get a 4,800 mAh battery plus 45 watt fast charging and 20 watt wireless charging. So you aren't missing out on the hardware side of things if you're looking at the Z Fold 8 versus the Z Fold 8 Ultra besides the camera. You aren't getting the triple camera setup like you do in the Z Fold 8 Ultra, but instead you get a dual 50 megapixel camera system along with an ultra wide, so I think this will be great for most people. And if you're wondering, both of the selfie cameras on both devices are 10 megapixels. But if you want that 200 megapixel camera and the dedicated 3x optical zoom lens, then you'll have to go for the Z Fold 8 Ultra. I think Galaxy Z Flip 7 owners might be interested in possibly moving up to the Galaxy Z Fold 8. I have a feeling that might be a big target audience for them. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 and the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra come with 12 gigs of RAM standard with 256 gigabytes of storage, but you can go up to 16 gigs of RAM with the 1TB models, and there's a 512 gigabyte model in between. The Galaxy Z Flip 8's retail price is $1199.99, the Z Fold 8 will be $1899.99, and the Galaxy Z Fold Ultra will be $2099.99. So it is higher than last year, so let me know what you think about the pricing. I highly recommend that you check the current pricing and the promotions and the trade-ins, because I think it makes way more sense this way. So let me know if you're going to pick one of these up or not. The Galaxy Z Flip 8 comes in 4 colors. I think the pink is the freshest looking color for the standard 3, but the mint Samsung online exclusive color looks fantastic. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra comes in 4 colors as well. I think the Violet Shadow, which is a dark and rich purple color, is the nicest. And the Green Shadow online exclusive color, it took me by surprise. It has this really dark and rich green on it. I think you're going to like it. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 also comes in 4 colors as well. I think the lavender will be the biggest hit out of the standard colors, but that online exclusive pistachio is really cool. It's almost like a different shade of Tiffany blue in bright lighting. I absolutely love it. I think this is my favorite. Like I said earlier, I'm very excited about the Galaxy Z Fold 8. I think this is the most compelling out of the 3. I'll be getting this very soon, and I'll definitely share with you what I think about it in the next few days. But I am disappointed they didn't put a flagship level zoom on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra, and the Galaxy Z Flip 8. I think the update wasn't enough here. It's almost the same, and with this type of update, I wonder if the rumors are true, if this is going to be the last Galaxy Z Flip we'll ever see. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for a lot more content on these phones. I'll be testing them here from London and share with you real soon. I will see you in the next one.